Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I firstly I'm just gonna say this one time. Y'all see this, just a lot of fingers up. We obviously can tell I'm not consistent with these videos. And I apologize. I think one thing that I can take full accountability for is that I have a hard time doing these things because I actually enjoy doing this, but I have a hard time calling myself out on these videos. It makes me nervous, and I don't know, I get really afraid to share stories or my advices because I don't want to come off as weird sometimes. So I do want to say that, but I do want to push myself to do these more consistently, at least once every 2 weeks. I'll try to do a little bit more, but I know next month it will be a month where you guys will probably see more of me. So I kind of just wanted to force myself to start now and show face and, say what's up. But I really don't have nothing in particular that I want to talk to you guys about. I mostly want to give you guys an update on how I'm doing mentally, give you guys a little runaround of how I've been thinking, how I've been having this different mindset recently. One of the things that I have been noticing a lot is that I tend to overthink very much a lot of scenarios where I find myself in my head a lot. And one thing I was talking to somebody about was that I imagine scenarios and I imagine situation and I imagine how things will play out. So I always have a script for something. And whenever the day comes, and I have all this script in my head and I have all the different outcomes and I'm confronted with the situation, I'm always disappointed or happy, but I'm never satisfied with outcomes because I tend to overplay them so much in my head. So one thing that I've been trying to hold myself accountable for is the moments where I find myself in my head too much and I'm starting to imagine a scenario, or I'm starting to imagine a conversation, or I'm starting to imagine these things, is that I try to take myself out of it. And I wanted to share that because on my TikTok, I've been seeing so much of people saying that, and I guess I thought I was crazy because I never told that to nobody. I never told people oh yeah, I sit around sometimes or in the shower and I imagine a whole scenario of a conversation, of people, and of strangers, of interactions. And I think I do that because I feel comfortable with my mind because I have control. So whenever I find myself in the real world and around people and around groups of people and the people that I'm imagining, I tend to get so much anxiety because I had it all in here. And the reality is that no one's up here. It's just me and I'm making all these things up. So I was embarrassed to share this, but seeing that so many people do it made me realize that maybe me telling you guys, hey, this is what I do, and I try to ground myself and I try to shake off that feeling of trying to be in control and literally just tell myself I have to live in the moment. And it is a hard thing to do, and sometimes I still do it, but I think one of the things that I am proud of is that I have now acknowledged that I do these things probably too much, and it's time for me to take control and accountability and break these patterns off. One thing also that I've been noticing now that I've been trying to hold myself to a different standard mentally is that I need to stop portraying people the way that I want them to seem and just see how they are or how they were with me before and just leave it like that. And I think the best way that I could describe that is that I need to stop expecting different outcomes from people that I already know for them to be better when I knew that they were already bad people or bad persons or they have that bad energy. Because I truly believe not everybody's evil, that everyone's mean, or that people have, that they're just bad people. I don't like to say that. I just always like to say, this person's going through a lot. This person's going through a lot. This is making them seem evil to me. And so, with that being said, is that I'm trying very hard to tell myself not everybody has the same heart as me. Not everybody has the same mentality as me. Not everybody's going to treat me the way that I would treat them So I need to stop having this value over people's heads when they never gave it to me in the beginning, and just kind of, jot these things down, because I always think people will become better. I believe people can grow, and people can grow, and people can change. I've changed. People that I've known changed. But the thing is that if someone treated you a certain way, stop expecting them to ever treat you differently when they've been so comfortable treating you like this. When you want to be treated like this, we need to stop having these expectations. And I want to share that because, as many of you guys know, I am a nail tech. I have this conversation a lot with clients, and I find myself explaining this same thing over and over again, that we need to stop having these expectations of people when they've already shown us who they are. And that's simple, and it's sad, and it's upsetting because we want people to grow. But the thing is that we have no control, and what is not in our control is not in our reach. We cannot have possession over it. We cannot give it energy. We cannot give it power, because the ego that is hurting is not theirs, it's ours. We're being hurt. So, with that also out the way, I want to share that this version of myself that I'm becoming this year and in these past few months, probably since November, I have been very proud of myself, of who I am and who I am becoming, and more open, because I think I was always this person, right, this version of me, but she was shielded. Like, she had all these shields in front of her. She had all these barriers that she had to break down, and I'm happy and proud to say that I'm still working on her, but I see her coming through even more. I also want to say that I've been finding myself being able to have to share my thoughts more often, and I'm very proud of sticking with my boundaries, sticking with my values, and being 100% who I am. And I used to kind of hide versions of me, and I feel comfortable in who I've been becoming. And it sometimes makes me emotional because I just wish I always was this way, but that's part of growth. That's part of your healing journey, and that's just part of growing up and learning and having all these experiences. And another thing that I'm saying this, and I want to share it because I need to maybe have this talk to myself, and I kind of use like these videos as a talk to myself sometimes. But your tongue is powerful. What you say is powerful. And I've always said this, but I do not know why every time I say this to somebody, I cannot do the same for me and do it in return. Why can't I take my advice and actually do it? And that's the problem that I've been facing a lot, is that I know the answers, but I don't want to hear them from myself or from other people because I know them. But I'm just not ready to commit to what I know and my answers and my results that I know that I will have, just because I'm afraid of it. But one thing that I want to say on here, because I want to start doing it from now on, is whatever I say in here, or whatever comes out of here, I want it to only be positive when it's directed towards me and other people. I want to change my mentality. I want to change all these horrible thoughts that I have of myself, all these bad compliments that I have about myself and to other people, because sometimes we want to portray ourselves to be good people, but in here we can sometimes think very evil. And so I really want to focus on what I say in here and what I let my tongue speak. I want it to only be good things, positive things, especially mostly about myself, because I believe confidence comes from within. It comes from something inside of our aura and our soul that will be portrayed out to people. And the reason why I also want to say it is because I want you guys to do it to yourself. So whatever in here and whatever comes out of here is important, and it will change your life, and it will change how you view yourself and how others view you. And it's going to take time, because I feel like I've been doing better what I think in here, but I let a lot of it come out of my tongue. And what you say is very powerful, and not just because a spiritual thing, but also within yourself, because if you hear yourself talk bad about yourself, hear yourself talk bad about other people, that's only a reflection of who you are internally. And so we need to start changing that. If you want to reflect good, if you want to attract good, I think that all starts within, and what you say out. And before this video gets too long, and before I continue ranting, I just want to appreciate myself for a second and appreciate you guys for 2 seconds. And I'm having a lot of great things happening this year. I don't want to share them yet just because I get a little shy, but I will be having a change of scenery hopefully very soon, and I'm excited to show you guys a part of myself and a version of myself where I've always found that I felt truly who I am. And it kind of makes me a little like giddy inside, because I know that whenever you guys see me in this new place, you guys will see why I feel a connection with Earth and why I feel a connection with my spirituality when I am in this place, and also with my religion. And yeah, just kind of wanted to say that. And I want to say thank you guys again for always watching, for supporting me. And also want to put in here really quickly, I am doing a fundraiser. It's going to be ending at the end of this month for breast cancer research awareness. It's going to be linked on my Instagram on the top. If you guys can donate, if you guys can't donate, that's fine. You guys can share. And if you guys just don't care about that, it is totally fine. I just appreciate you guys for watching this video and for always supporting me and giving me love. And thank you guys so much. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon.